Hello, Sarah Sabin, Executive Leadership and Intuition Coach, and welcome to today's question time, where I will be answering the question, Sarah, I want/need this person to do this particular thing and they are not doing it. How do I get them to do what I need them to do? So this can apply at work if someone is not performing, if someone is constantly late or not paying attention to detail in what they're doing. And it can obviously apply at home as well. For example, someone not doing the housework or the washing up. Whatever context it comes in, the first thing to pay attention to is your emotions around the topic. So I've said before that a lot of my clients say that they're not emotional people, but remember, even if you are not outwardly emotional, if you are feeling some kind of emotion internally, that is coming across in the way that you communicate. So if you are frustrated, an element of that frustration is coming across when you are asking someone what went on or asking questions about how they could improve next time. Whether you know it or not, your emotions are coming across in your tone of voice and your non-verbal communication. So it's very important to develop an awareness of emotion and process it before you communicate. So that's point one. The other point here is around perhaps a tendency to go towards criticism. If a situation has been going on for a long period of time and someone is consistently not doing what you ask, it's very easy to default to criticism and say, you never do this, you never do that, you're always late, and using that attacking and blaming language. Now, what happens when you do that is you literally create a response in the other person where they shut down to you. And if they shut down, performance can decrease by up to 69%, which is crazy. And obviously is a bit of an incentive for you to not lean towards criticism. When people are criticized, their nervous system is having a response to that criticism. And that nervous system dysregulation is what can lead to this lapse or decrease in performance that I've mentioned. So what do you do instead of criticism? Because putting up with poor behavior, putting up with poor performance is not an option in my world. So three things, or a three-step process. And with this three-step process, I will reiterate again, you need to process your emotions before you get to this three-step process. But the idea of this is that you create a win-win situation so that the other person does what it is that you need them to do. Step one, you're saying, I really love when you do X, right? That could be when you pay attention to detail, when you check over the presentation very, very carefully so that I don't have to check. Rather than defaulting to criticism, you're picking up on something that they actually do well. Step two, you say how that makes you feel. So, for example, I feel very supported when you do that. I feel that I have a renewed sense of trust and a renewed knowledge of how highly competent you are when you do this, for example. So you can pick out a feeling that you can imagine would happen if this person was to do their job properly and on time. And the third step in the process is to speak to something that is important to that person, right? So you're tapping into a motivator that that person has, and you're linking it to whatever action you need them to do. So that step 3 is, it makes me want to do Y for you when you do X well, which is the action. In a work context, some examples of that could be, it makes me want to involve you in more projects. It makes me want to give you more challenging things that will really grow you in your career. It makes me want to really fight for your promotion. Whatever it is, whatever speaks to whatever that particular person's heart's desire is. I encourage you to go off and try this 3-step process. And please feel free to drop me a line and let me know how it went for you.